Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Goodnight, Lighthouse. I'm Miss Dorothy, and I'm here to read you another story. And I'm going to read you a story today about a boy who has to have something for show and tell at school. And he does something crazy. This book is called Show and Tell. Show and Tell. This is about a little boy who picked something up at his house to take for show and tell that's not supposed to be there. And we need to get into this book and find out what he takes and what happens. Are you ready to get inside this book with Miss Dorothy? Good. I need you to sit up and listen up, because here we go. Show and Tell. Story by Robert Munsch. Art by Michael Martchenko. Benjamin wanted to take something really neat to school for show and tell, so he decided to take his new baby sister. He went upstairs, picked her up, put her in his knapsack, and walked off to school. He's taking his sister to school for show and tell? But when Ben sat down, his baby sister finally woke up. She was not happy inside the knapsack and started to cry. Wah, 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 wah. The teacher looked at him. Benjamin, stop making that noise. Ben said, That's not me. It's my baby sister. She's in my knapsack. I brought her for show and tell. Yikes, said the teacher. You can't keep a baby in a knapsack. She grabbed Ben's knapsack and opened it up. The baby looked at the teacher and said, Wah, 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 wah. Uh-oh, the baby's not happy. Don't worry, said the teacher. I know how to take care of babies. She picked it up and rocked it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, the teacher was not the baby's mother, and she didn't rock quite right. The baby cried even louder. Wah! Wah, wah, wah! Uh-oh, this is not going well. The principal came running in. He looked at the teacher and said, Stop making that noise. The teacher said, It's not me. It's Sharon, Ben's new baby sister. He brought her for show and tell. She won't be quiet. The principal said, Oh, don't worry. I know how to make kids be quiet. He picked up the baby and yelled, Hey you, be quiet! Uh-oh! The baby did not like that at all, and it screamed really, really loudly. Wah! Wah, 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 wah! You can't yell at a baby. The principal said, What's the matter with this baby? It must be sick. I'll call a doctor. It's not sick, but you can't yell at a baby. The doctor came with a big black bag. She looked in the baby's eyes, and she looked in the baby's ears, and she looked in the baby's mouth. She said, Don't worry. I know what to do. The baby needs a needle. Oh, no! So the doctor opened her bag, got out a short needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag, got out a longer needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag, got out a really long needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor reached into her bag, got out an enormous needle, and said, Just right. When the baby saw that enormous needle, it yelled as loudly as it could, Wah, 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 wah! Don't give the baby that giant shot. Ben said, What's the matter with this school? Nobody knows what to do with a baby. He ran down to the principal's office and called his mother on the phone. He said, Help, help, help! You have to come to school right away. The mother said, Ben, your little sister is lost. I can't come to school. I have to find her. She's not lost, said Ben. I took her to school in my knapsack. Oh, no, yelled the mother. She ran down the street and into the school. The principal and the teacher and the doctor were standing around the baby, and the baby was yelling as loudly as possible, Wah, 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 wah! The mother picked up the baby and rocked it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. The baby said, and went to sleep. Oh, thank you, said the principal. That baby was making so much noise. It was just making me feel sick. Sick? Said the doctor. Sick? Did that man say he was sick? He must need a needle. So the doctor opened her bag, got out a short needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag, got out a longer needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag, got out a really long needle, and said, Nah, too small. And the doctor reached into her bag, got out an enormous needle, and said, just right. The principal looked at that enormous needle and said, "Wah, wah, wah, wah," and ran out the door. "Now," said Mother, "it's time to take this baby home." "Right," said Ben. "You can use my knapsack." "What a good idea," said Mother, and she put Ben in the knapsack. Ben and his mother put the baby into bed. She went to sleep and didn't cry, not even once. Ben went back to school carrying some strange things for show and tell, and he wasn't out of place at all, because everybody brought strange things for show and tell. He took his sister. He took the baby to school for show and tell. He put the baby in his backpack. You can't put a baby in a backpack. And the baby cried and cried and cried. And then the teacher came along and the teacher said, "Oh, I'll rock the baby." But it wasn't the baby's mom. And the baby didn't like the way the teacher was rocking. So the baby cried and cried and cried. And then the principal came in and yelled at the baby. You can't yell at a baby. Babies don't know any different. And that's just going to scare the baby and make him cry even more. Then they called the doctor, who had a really big needle. The baby wasn't having that. But then the boy realized the only person who could fix this problem was Mom, because moms know just what to do with their babies. And they know you shouldn't take a baby to school for show and tell. So find something else crazy to take. Don't take a baby. Babies need to stay with their moms, and they need to be taken care of, just like your mom and dad take care of you. That's where you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be with your mom. And I know sometimes when mom's not around, you might want to cry like the baby did, but you're not a baby anymore, so you know better. You know that if mom takes you to school, you're supposed to be there, so you don't need to cry, because mom wouldn't take you there if it wasn't a good place to be. So remember, you're not the baby anymore. You're a big kid. You're learning how to read. You're doing all kinds of special stuff. So if mom takes you to school, you can be brave. You can be helpful. You don't have to cry. No, that's for the baby, not for you, because you're a big kid now, learning how to do all kinds of exciting things. And you can even be mom's helper, because you're getting so big. And that's a really special thing to do. So I hope you'll think about that tomorrow. If mom takes you to school, be brave. Remember, mom knows it's the best place for you to be. And while you're at school or while you're with mom and dad, be a big kid. You know what to do. Obey, and obey right away. And then come back and see Miss Dorothy, because I'm going to be sitting right here, ready to read another book to you. Bye! Thanks for reading with Miss Dorothy. I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope you'll come back soon to read another. What's your favorite book? Drop Miss Dorothy a note and let me know. I'll go find it, and I'll read it to you. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you soon.